D. Rose and Jimmy Butler, the backcourt. And down low, the two-time NCAA champion at Florida, the 6'11" tornado of energy and effort. It's the big man, Joakim Noah. Then it's Dang, and it's Boozer in at the 4. And for Brooklyn, Deron Williams and Joe Johnson at the 1 and 2. And inside out of Stanford University, a skilled post scorer with tremendous size, the 7-footer, Brook Lopez. Then it's Pierce, and it's Garnett in at the power forward position. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play. Joe Johnson picks one up.
Just watch how well he defends, guys. I mean, they can always put him on an opposing team's best player and feel pretty good about the matchup.
That's because, Steve, he can instantly read what his man's strengths and weaknesses are, and then he'll neutralize those strengths and exploit the weaknesses.
Williams attacking into Brook Lopez. Stolen by Noah. Rose with the ball. Williams picks him up. The pass to Butler. Into Noah. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
You know, Joakim Noah, part of those back-to-back championship teams at Florida, 2006 and 7, was kind of skinny in college in his first years in the league. But he's done a really good job of adding muscle to his frame. That work in the weight room and in his basement have served him well.
Noah hits them both. And with the big minutes that Joakim Noah is asked to play, it's a good thing he's been so dedicated to staying in shape.
He's another player, Kevin, who does yoga in the offseason. He's even trained with big wave surfers in Hawaii, going underwater with weights in his hands, doing jumping and running. Pretty interesting training regimen, but of course, he's a very interesting guy.
Pretty wild, huh? Williams gets a screen from Johnson. 4 on the clock. Releases. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up. And there's a minute 45 left in the first quarter of the game. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
I caught up with Coach Tom Thibodeau. He said that slowing down Joe Johnson will definitely be a big key for them. He added, Johnson is so big and is able to shoot over the top of you. We just need to make sure that we're always right in his jersey, never losing track of him, and trying to force him into tough, contested shots. Guys, we'll see if they can slow him down.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris.
Well, the Bulls battled in last year's postseason. Got a Game 7 win in Brooklyn to sneak out of round 1 in what was one of the more interesting series of the first round, but then fell to the Heat in round 2.
It's been a quick start here for Chicago. Rose goes in. Outside Butler. Dishes to Boozer. Lopez is there. Boozer kicks to Rose. Shot clock at 6. Feeds it to Noah. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
A little over-eager right there. Left his feet too early.
And if you're already boxed out, you got to try to work to get around. Otherwise, it's a surefire foul.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. And Williams, here we go. Misses from short range. And for the Bulls, no Rose the whole time. And they had questions constantly being asked if he would return. But the team came together, Steve, and showed the Bulls aren't just a one-man show.
You know, they missed him, though, Kevin. I mean, desperately. I thought they performed admirably, but they really needed him against the Heat. They were able to steal Game 1 in that Eastern Conference semifinal matchup, but without him, the Bulls just didn't have enough firepower to beat Miami.
Back to Terry. From deep three-point range. No good on the buzzer beater. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Bulls lead by 7. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
Solid first quarter for this club. They came out strong and they've put together some nice momentum here.
Steve, I like the looks they've gotten on offense. A lot of good ones.
Outside Kirilenko. On the wing, Jason Terry. Hit his foot. And the ref saying he kicked it.
They were the new kid in town with all new uniforms and a new arena last season, but the Brooklyn Nets actually played at a very deliberate pace. Part of their success playing at that pace had to do with the fact that they took good care of the ball.
So it's Brooklyn now. 7-point differential. Back to Evans. He passes to Williams. Outside Kirilenko. Back to Williams. With a step back. Jump shot is good that time. Williams has got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Nets. And if you saw the roster, makes complete sense for this Brooklyn team. They have guys that can get out and run, but they also have a group, Steve, that has big bodies and knows how to create offense in the half court.
Well, when you see that kind of balance offensively, great point guard play, a center who can score, then you get the help that they were able to put together in the offseason with Barnett, Pierce, Kirilenko, Jason Terry. I mean, this is a team that really has a lot of pieces.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. .149 left in the second quarter. Williams against Rose.
Come on, punch it out, man.
He kicks it to Gibson. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Gibson's got his first 2 points. Nets trail by 5.
You know, one of the things that's really hard to do in the NBA, it's actually one of the hardest things to do in the NBA, is to stay in front of Derrick Rose. I mean, it's not just his burst of speed or his quick first step, but he's got one of the meanest, nastiest, filthiest crossovers in the entire league. And then you add his strength and explosiveness in the air to that, that's lethal.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Gentlemen, last season it seemed there was a little back and forth between head coach Tom Thibodeau and the Bulls front office regarding the big minutes he gave his starters. Thibodeau said, quote, "It's never the right amount of minutes. That's the only thing I know. If a guy's not playing big minutes, it's not enough minutes. Then if a guy's playing big minutes, it's too many minutes. So you play to win. That's the whole thing. And when you're a young team, guys can handle minutes." But guys, both Dang and Noah missed significant time. Noah only playing 66 games in the regular season. Dang out through the last 7 games of the playoffs. You wonder if maybe they have a point.
They've worked to round out the roster, Doris. That should help those minutes stay down. Ooh, the double clutch. Shot's good by Gibson.
What an amazing trick shot to confound the defender. Oh, man, that's awesome. He's taking him to school right there.
And for Rose, as he returns from his knee injury, you wonder how that'll affect his ability to blow by defenders, which was such a great quality he possessed prior to the injury. Shooting from the outside is solid, but he hasn't been elite to this point in his career with that shot. So there's a lot of unknowns still about his game, and being so young, you expect that.
It's going to be an adjustment, Kevin. I mean, you have to find your confidence after an injury like that. I think he is going to be a better shooter because there was one thing he could work on while he was out. It's that outside jump shot. But we got to give him some time to just get his confidence and find his game again.
Evans dishes to Williams. High arcing shot, and it's Dunleavy with the rebound. No one. And the first half ends in a close one. It's the book.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Saturday, the best day of the week. Let's make it even a little bit better with a halftime show. Chicago with the lead against Brooklyn. They've done a great job closing out their defensive possessions, grabbing boards, great rebounding. Taj Gibson with a valuable contribution. They're also seeing Derrick Rose put up some...
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
Guys, how about the Bulls being able to nab the 5th seed in the East last season, in large part due to how they were able to play on the road. Of course, when you play tough, solid defense like they do, it makes it easier to be competitive and string together road wins.
Chicago leading. outside Rose. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line. And for the Bulls, defense is one of the few things in the NBA that can neutralize a home court advantage. And Steve, a big part of why they had the success they had on the road.
Yeah, they went 21-20 away from the United Center, and one of only 5 teams in the entire East who managed to stay above 500 away from home. That's a real tribute to this team and the coaching staff.
Here's the pass to Lopez. Working on Noah. Shot clock at 5. And that one goes long. Chicago leading by 5. Rose with the ball. He's got 5. Dang. Pierce covering. And Dang, here we go. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Now here's Williams. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Back to Lopez. From 10 feet out, Lopez missing again.
In my opinion, Brook Lopez, guys, quite possibly is the best scoring 7-footer in the game. I mean, he has terrific skills on the low block. And he's able to step out and knock that outside shot down from out to the three-point line.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Yes, guys, the Brooklyn Nets going all in this season. With a team payroll of about $100 million, they have an additional luxury tax bill of around $75 million. Guys, the owner sparing no expense in constructing this roster. But no question, a high burden of expectation for what they'll achieve. It's championship or bust.
No doubt about that. Thank you, Doris. Chicago calls timeout. And for Brook Lopez last season, Steve, almost 20 points a game, shooting over 50%.
It's his best season ever, Kevin. I think he's really evolved into one of the top centers in the league. A big-time elite interior threat. And as you know, that's kind of rare these days in the NBA.
Mm-hmm. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Now Butler. He dishes it to Rose. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He feeds it to Dang. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Well, Luol Deng, originally from South Sudan, his family moved to London when he was a teen, and then for him, on to the United States, a worldly player for sure, and he's been involved in a lot of causes, both here in the U.S. and internationally.
And going back to Dang, so active off the court, helping Sudanese refugees, Basketball Without Borders, numerous charities. He says his parents instilled him with that kind of thoughtfulness.
Yeah, and he's also championed a lot of causes in the UK, campaigning to maintain funding for the British national team. Dang is passionate, both on and off the court. You just love his approach to the game and to life, Kevin.
Good point. Here's Williams. Another one falls for Brooklyn. 6-second difference between shot and gameplay. Outside Rose. Pass to Dang. Pulls it from the elbow. Again, the miss by Dang.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
Back to Pierce. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. They get Luol Deng. Brooklyn shooting their first free throws of the game.
At the line for 2.
The first free throw is good. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. On its way from Rose. The buzzer beater!
Right between the eyes is how you would say it, Kevin. Fearless. What a tremendous play.
And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Chicago.
Guys, they've done a nice job of drawing countless fouls in this game, and as a result, they've gotten a ton of points at the line.
And the other thing they're doing, Clark, is scoring a lot of points off turnovers, forcing mistakes and cashing in.
Rose against Williams. And here's Johnson outside. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. That's 7 points for Joe Johnson. Williams against Rose. Boozer a screen on Williams. Rose goes in, and the shot is good. And the Bulls lead by 4.
You know, something we're seeing less and less of these days, that little finger roll.
Williams kicks to Johnson. They double-team Johnson. Lopez against Noah. Pierce dishes to Johnson. Butler with the block. And here's Rose. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. That's the first, and that puts them up by 5.
They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half has been nothing but success for them there.
And their confidence has to just continue to go up the longer the perfection continues.
Andre Blatch, he's checked in for Brooklyn. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Boy, he looked confident, didn't he? Stepping to the foul line and knocking down a couple.
Rose against Williams. Johnson outside. Back to Williams. Outside, Pierce. Left side, Pierce. Shoots from 12. And it's blocked by Dang. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Chicago calls timeout. They're leading by 6. We've got 1:08 left in the game. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Tom Thibodeau had some words for his team in that last huddle. He urged his players to keep fighting, saying, "We're right there, but the margin of error has shrunk. We've got to play aggressive and smart." Guys?
Good ball movement here by the Bulls. A look from Noah. Drops it in from 14 feet away.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
Outside for Blatch. Passes to Williams. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
That's a poor possession. You just give away the ball with a sloppy pass.
Tries to save it. Leaps for it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. The dive for the ball. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. And he gets it back. Gets it to go. Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. It's Pierce on the wing. He's covered by Deng. And Pierce, here we go. Kicks it out to Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. And he can't stop the run as he misses. Now Rose. Now here's Noah. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And this one